All right, what's going on, guys? So the Microsoft press conference has ended, and with that, it was a good one. It wasn't bad. It wasn't mind blowing, but it was a pretty good conference. Now they started off with Halo Infinite, and judging by the trailer, they got a completely new engine for Halo, and it is a sequel, but it's not a. Looks like they dropped the numbers, so it's not Halo 6, it's Halo Infinite. So I'm guessing the signs that they were gonna drop numbers was on Halo 5, obviously Halo 5 Guardians, and they just dropped it all together, and now it's Halo Infinite. Now, what the game is gonna be about, I don't know. They showed four soldiers. First, they were showing off the world and how the engine runs and everything. And man, that engine looks incredible. At one point, I thought I was looking at Red Dead Redemption. There's a point where there's a fire and they're showing like heat waves, and it kind of reminded me of Red Dead Redemption. Now the game looks incredible. Oh my gosh, those graphics look good. So I'm pretty excited. I do want to know more information. They didn't even show a release window like 2019 or anything like that. They just showed it. Halo Infinite. Bomb. Done with the trailer. Next. So next was like Ori. Now they showed off a lot of games, and I'm not gonna run through all these games because if I did, this video would probably be like an hour long. So I'm a run through pretty much some of the highlights. Now, in my opinion, like there's this Japanese type Dark Souls. Like it kind of looks like they're trying to ground it a little bit, like in the universe of Japanese universe, I guess. No, it looked pretty grounded to me. Like it didn't look like you had these Dark Soul monsters in the game. They had like big guys and stuff like that. That were the bosses. So it's pretty much a Dark Soul ish game made by From Software with Activision. Crazy. I didn't even think that would ever happen, but yeah, it's happening. Crackdown's coming out in February. Okay, but then Crackdown does look a little bit different, in my opinion. It kind of reminded me of a little bit of Sunset Overdrive. They showed off a lot more stuff. They showed off the car, and the car can actually go up the wall now, like the spider vehicle or something like that. It kind of reminded me of that. Nier Ultimatum coming to Xbox. Yeah, okay. Metro Exodus, that looks amazing. That game looks great, and it comes out February 22nd, bro. One thing too, the beginning of next year, it's looking like a holiday season. It is jam packed full of games, jam packed. So, anyways, they announced Kingdom Hearts is coming to Xbox. We all knew that. It's coming out January 29th. Sea of Thieves got some content coming out July and September. It looks like story content, so you're actually gonna start getting a campaign. Battlefield 5, they showed that. Obviously, we got that announced yesterday. And bro, like Microsoft took a crap on EA's press conference. Like it was pretty good because they were just showing us what we wanted, games after games after games, sort of like last year's E3. So I'm pretty glad on that. They showed Forza Horizon 4. Obviously, we knew that was gonna happen. Not in Japan though. It's in Britain, I think. Yeah, it's in Britain, I think. Also, Microsoft is taking exclusivities serious. They brought out 5 new studios. They announced the studios. They didn't really announce any games coming from them. They brought out Playground Studios, or Playground Games, and I thought they already had them because all they made was Forza Horizon games, and they haven't been making anything else for anybody else. So okay, but he did announce that they're making the Horizon game on top of them making other IPs, a new IP or something like that. He didn't say new, but other IPs. So the rumor of them making Fable might be true, but we wouldn't know until probably next year, where probably every single one of these studios is gonna have a game announced. A new studio called The Initiative. They They brought out Undead Labs. We kind of seen that coming. Playground Games. Ninja Theory. That was probably one of the biggest highlights of this, besides like Cyberpunk, uh, Devil May Cry 5, bro. That's crazy. So, anyways, they brought out Ninja Theory. They own Ninja Theory now. So, whether I haven't played Hellblade, but if they make a Hellblade 2, I can only imagine that it's gonna be exclusive to the Xbox. That's pretty cool. And Ninja Theory is a pretty good company. I'm pretty excited that they own them now, and we're gonna see exclusive, like they're gonna get the exclusive treatment. So we'll see how that goes, bro. Like I'm really excited to see what they're gonna bring out. Also, Compulsion Games. That's the people from We Happy Few. So they got them. Who else? Playground Games, the Initiative. So yeah, those are the 5 right there. The Initiative, Undead Labs, Playground Games, Ninja Theory, and Compulsion Games. That's pretty cool. They got 5 new studios, so they got them working on other games. Unannounced and nothing to be announced, but I'm pretty sure by next year, except for Compulsion Games, because they announced the release of this game. We Happy Few. Apparently, it was in preview for like a year. Now it's gonna release. PUBG got a trailer. It's gonna release, and there's a new map. They showed a snow map. They also showed all the other new maps. So, bro, I'm excited. A snow map in PUBG. Oh man, I'm excited for PUBG. I'm a big PUBG fan, obviously. They did announce Division 2. It kind of looks like Part 1. It looks like it could have been something that, like, sort of like Division did it. Destiny did the Taken King. They could have done that for Division 2. They could have just done a big thing for it and just released that for $40, and that's that. You know what I mean? It didn't look like it was doing anything extra or anything like that. And in defense, Gears in a way didn't either, but just by the campaign and stuff like that is what really got me interested, because it looks really good. That the Gears looks really good, even graphically. That you can see improvements on there. Now they talked a little bit about Xbox Game Pass and how it's gonna have fast start now. Whatever that's supposed to mean. They just said you could now play games, like right now you could play games as they're downloading. Say you're downloading a game, it gets to like 20%, you could start playing the game. So now on fast start, you could play the game faster. Yeah, I don't get it. One way I was thinking, I was like, okay, they're saying fast start, so maybe they're gonna be like, oh, you can play the game through the cloud as it downloads. But nothing. They just said you're gonna be able to play the game faster than you could play it now. That was whatever. Idea Xbox. They showed a whole bunch of games. Tomb Raider September 14. They showed a little trailer. Session is a skateboard game. I thought it was Skate 4 or is it Skate 4 or Skate 5? Whichever. I thought it was a brand new skate game. And I was like, oh, brand new skate game. What was supposed to show up at EA? And nope, it ended up being a game named Sessions. And it looks pretty good. About time we got to do a skateboarding game. I'm a fan of skateboarding games. I remember as a kid I played a lot of Tony Hawk. So me going into Skate, it was a little bit harder, but I was still a pretty big fan on that. So I'm pretty excited about that. Black Desert Online is going to have a beta pretty soon, coming this fall. It looks like a MMO that I would actually want to try out because the combat looks fun. And all the other MMOs, the combat doesn't really hit at home for me. What's next? Devil May Cry 5. Bro, Devil May Cry 5, bro. And it looks like they're bringing back the guy from Devil May Cry 4. The guy that has that arm that that one arm that could extend and grab people and stuff like that. I forgot his name, but they had Dante on the left, that dude on the middle, and somebody else on the right. I don't know, but Devil May Cry, it looks awesome. It looks very stylish. And I guess the original guy, he came out on stage. The original guy for Devil May Cry, he's saying he's back. Devil May Cry is back, and he was pretty excited. So, me seeing a developer very excited for the game, I get excited for the game. You know what I mean? Like, I get excited if you're excited. You know, like yeah, bro. It looked like he was really excited. Cuphead's getting DLC. Tunic. I kind of compared it to like the old school Zelda, like from like the sky type camera where you got the Zelda, whatever, before it went all 3D. It kind of looked like old school Zelda, and but it's a fox. Whatever. It looks pretty cool. At the beginning, I was trashing it, and even my friend was making fun of me because I was trashing it at the beginning. But at the end, I was kind of interested. It looks cool. It doesn't look that bad. One of the biggest games that stuck out for me. I mean, it's maybe not that big. It's pretty big in my opinion because I'm a big anime fan. Is Jump Force. That game looked really good. It looked like, bro, if whoever makes that can make the next 3D like Dragon Ball game, like for instance like the new Xenoverse or anything like that, because just the scale of destruction that I was seeing there, bro, that looked good. They were fighting like it was Frieza, Naruto, Luffy from One Piece, and Goku, and they were all fighting Frieza and stuff like that. Bro, that game, it looked good. It looked really good, even graphically and everything. I was impressed, bro. I was impressed. And most of the time, like games like especially anime games don't really get me that hype. But I was hyped. I was hyped like if I was seeing the new Halo trailer. Even though they did give me the new Halo trailer, the new Halo trailer just left me with a lot of questions and not really much hype. It left me like, what am I looking at? Is this open world? Is this going back to old school Halo? Like, are they taking out Sprint? Are they taking out Eating Outside? Like, what are they doing? You know? But I guess we'll get more answers about Halo next year. Anyways, Jump Force, it looks incredible. Dying Light 2, also incredible. Big fan of Dying Light 1. And shout out to my friend Kyrie, thinking that Dying Light was going to be a game that they were just going to sit on and make more DLC on DLC. No, bro. They made a new game, and I was telling you, I can't wait for the sequel. You were like, oh, no, they're not going to do a sequel. They're going to do this for 10 years, blah, 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 blah. That sounded like crap to me. So, bro, I'm excited. I'm pretty sure he's excited. He's going to get it on day one because he even plays Dying Light to this day. So, I'm excited. Battletoads. Battletoads is coming back. It's coming back, and it apparently is going to be 2D hand-drawn, so they're taking inspiration from Cuphead. And they just, announced it, and showed us a logo, and that's pretty much it. But still, it got announced. Battletoads is coming back. Just Cause 4, okay, for those that are interested in that, I haven't really played none of them. Now, after that, Gears popped up. And just saying that Gears popped up. Gears Pop, Funko Pop. It's a thing. It's a thing. Like, when I seen the Gears sign, I was like, oh, Gears of War. Bro, I'm a big Gears fan. So, I seen the Gears sign, and then they bust through with the chainsaw, and I was like, okay. And then a Funko Pop character, Funko Pop Marcus, came through, and I was like, what is this? What am I looking at? And I felt like even the crowd felt what I felt. So it's a mobile game. We'll see how that turns out. They didn't show gameplay or anything. And most of the rumors that were announced were true. Some of them were a little bit tweaked, and some of them like they were true. Like to this Gears, supposedly there was gonna be 3 Gears, and they were. But supposedly it was gonna be the regular Gears, which that was there. Gears 5, Gears a tactical Gears, which was there. It's kind of like XCOM, Gears Tactics, and a battle royale Gears. Ended up being Funko Pop Gears. So, anyways, a whole lot more Gears. So I'm pretty excited for that. I'm a big Gears fan. Phil Spencer came back out and he announced, he not really announced, but mentioned the new Xbox. Why? Like, why would you do that? Xbox One X just came out and he mentioned the new Xbox. So pretty much do not get Xbox One X, and I'm a sucker for getting it. It is what it is. I'm satisfied with my Xbox One X, and I like all that pretty 4K stuff. I like it so much that I got the God of War PS4 Pro. Even though I grew to like it, it's not as ugly as I thought it was at the beginning. But anyways, he mentioned the new Xbox, and then as he was doing that, he was just saying thank you and this and that, and then it got hacked. Cyberpunk was the ending, was the closer, and Cyberpunk looks amazing. I'm ready. I'm ready. It looks like it would be an exclusive, like that type of quality. Like the quality of that game looks like an exclusive. So, anyways, as a whole, I don't want to take too long because I think I'm at 16, probably going 17 minutes. So, anyways, as a whole, the conference was good. It wasn't great. It was definitely way better. I mean, it would be great if we were comparing all the conferences to an EA conference. So, if every other conference and this was the last one and all of them were EA quality, this was great. But anyways, it was a good conference. If I didn't own an Xbox and I only had a PlayStation, this wouldn't entice me to get an Xbox. I wouldn't be like, man, I just gotta go get an Xbox. These games are like way too good. Sort of how Sony would do you. I guarantee after you watch the Sony conference, you're gonna be like, I gotta get a PS4 if you don't have one. But this one wouldn't entice you in that way. Maybe Xbox Game Pass or something like that, and some of the exclusives. But I really don't think so. At least in my opinion, if I didn't have one, it wouldn't entice me. I'm a big Halo fan, so that's why I got my Xbox here, and it's the first console I would get. Anyways, it was a good conference. This conference, it was good, and it makes me excited for the future of Xbox because with the 5 studios they brought out and them really talking about exclusives and how they want to take it serious and stuff like that. Like they focus like when they're announcing all the studios, the 5 studios, they focus 10 minutes talking about that and with talking about how they're gonna be investing in exclusives and stuff like that. So it makes me excited for the future, and it kind of makes me feel like okay, so they're trying to really compete with Sony and how they're doing it, how Sony does what they do well, and they're trying to okay, put it like this. You know how Marvel is killing it with their films, and all DC needs to do is pretty much copy their method. Like do a really good setup, like Man of Steel, and then Man of Steel 2, Batman movie, so on and so forth. Do a movie for all the other characters, and then do a Justice League and stuff like that. That's how they should have done their thing, but they didn't, and they did it the way they did and wrecked it. And it seems like what Microsoft is doing is pretty much mimicking what Sony did. Sony set up, and they set up a ton of games. They still got Infamous, and Infamous is quiet right now. They still got Killzone. Killzone's quiet right now, but now they got Horizon Zero Dawn. Uncharted is pretty much gonna be quiet for a little while. And they got Last of Us. They got the new Spider-Man now. They got Days Gone. Like Sony's train. There's no stopping Sony right now. There's no stopping their exclusives. Like they're coming out with bangers. God of War, banger. Horizon Zero Dawn, banger. You know, the Uncharted's bangers. Like they're coming out with great games, and I feel like in the future, Microsoft is gonna be in the same spot, and then it makes me excited for both of them because we're gonna be getting like say, The Last of Us 3 just came out, and whatever the new Fable. You know, if they do it sort of how God of War got done, where they redo it and kind of change it, and it's of that quality. You know, the new Last of Us came out in February, and then Fable comes out 2 months after. Like, bro, we're gonna be having great game after great game after great game. I'm pretty excited. I'm excited for their future. And how gaming is going, and the whole cloud thing, I'm gonna save that for another video, but it seems like that is the future of gaming as well. It's pretty scary. It's like where that's going, because it's kind of unknown. Anyways, let me know in the comments down below what you guys think about Microsoft's press conference. Did you enjoy it or did you not enjoy it? I enjoyed it, and if it was a good conference. Not great, it was really good. So let me know in the comments down below what you guys think. And if you enjoyed my video, hit the like button and subscribe. I'll see you guys later. Peace.